Hello and welcome to GCS Today here on Channel 21, the program that brings you news and information from Gaston County Schools. I'm Todd Hagans. On today's episode, we focus our attention on outstanding achievements in career and technical education, and we highlight the success of the Career Academy at Hunter Huss High School. Joining me on GCS today is Brett Buchanan. He is the Director of Career and Technical Education for Gaston County Schools. Mr. Buchanan, it's good to see you. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me today, Todd.
Let's begin with you sharing about the good news related to Gaston County Schools. We are first in the state on 2 lists. Tell us about that.
Oh, well, like you just said, we are number 1 in the state for 2 accountability metrics that apply to career and technical education in across the state. And when I say that, that means in comparison to 115 different school districts. So we were recognized for being number 1 for the total amount of industry recognized certifications earned by our students and the percentage of certifications earned by our students, which was, to give you the numbers, 14,986 certifications earned and an earning ratio of 219%, which, to put that in a little more understandable terms, that would be, for example, each one of our students entering a course that offers a credential earned 2.19 per student. So yeah, definitely great to be a part of a team that accomplished that. And that's something that's never been done in a 10-year span, that the Department of Public Instruction has been recording this data. And it was so significant that it was recognized at a fall State Board of Education work session.
I'm going to repeat that. It's the first time that it has ever happened that the same school district is number 1 on both of those lists. So
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's certainly worth repeating. Now, I guess you could say we really are on a third list, because when you look at the number of student credentials in the state per high school, in Gaston County, we have 4 high schools that rank in the top 15 in the state, with Hunter Huss number 2 in the state, Ashbrook number 5, and then we have Forest View and Stuart Kramer in the 13 and 14 positions. So 4 high schools in the same school district, in the same county, on the list for the top 15 for high schools for getting the most student credentials. So I think it's fine for us to say that we are on 3 of the state list.
I agree with that 100%. We'll take the 3.
So this really is good news for Gaston County Schools, and we certainly are celebrating it. But the good news and the accomplishments that we are celebrating now, they have been 5 years in the making. With our focus on providing more vocational, more technical, career-oriented courses and training for middle schools and high schools. So for you as the director for career and technical education, I guess it is safe to say that all of the hard work has paid off.
Yes, sir. But I would like to say, we have put a tremendous amount of work in. And when I say we, that means our support staff, our teachers, our students, and parents. But it has been a team effort. Hard work without a vision or goal is just that. It's hard work. But when we look back 5 years from the guidance of our school board, our superintendent, and our businesses that participated in our CTE oversight committee, they met to understand what it is we're doing, visited other programs, and then developed a map or plan for us to follow that would lead to success. And we matched that with hard work and ultimately with a laser focus. We are number 1, and I'll reference you because I like that better, on 3 lists.
So in 100 words or less, how would you summarize career and technical education in Gaston County Schools?
It's the best experience out there in the state for students to be able to connect the dots. So they'll learn about theory in other areas, but in career and technical education, we put that theory in action. We make that relevant. We also go a step further to show you the things you've always wondered, why do we learn those? we can show you that and you can develop a skill with it, but then we can show you where you can take that outside of education and make a successful career out of it.
So you were a CTE teacher.
Yes, sir.
So you know the importance of a CTE program. Highlight some of the reasons why a student should be involved with a CTE class or course.
And I'll reflect back to what I said earlier. It's a place to connect the dots. Take that theory. An example would be electrons and electricity or electrical flow. You can take a theory where you cannot see an electron, but enroll in a class like an electrical class or an automotive class and figure out how to harness that electricity with conductors, switches, and loads and make it work or make sense, and then develop a skill that we can look at even further to say, you know, you can make a successful career out of this and be a positive contribution to the community.
And I think that we all realize we're going to have a group of students who will go off to a four-year university, and then we'll have another group that will join right into the workforce. And we want students to be prepared for whatever they choose to do. We'll have students who will decide to join the military. Mm-hmm. And I think that through career and technical education, it's not just for one group of students. I really think all students can benefit from taking a CTE course.
And, you know, I will echo that and say, and if you ask a parent who has a child in college, they will definitely agree with what I'm getting ready to say. Education is not the end goal. It will be a successful career, but to be successful, a lot of times it can take additional education.
With what has been accomplished with career and technical education over the past several years in Gaston County, what makes you most proud of everything that has been achieved in career and technical education?
Ultimately, it's just the cohesiveness, the team effort, and the true support from the top down, externally and internally. So like I said earlier, you know, 5 years, we've all been working hard. We've had business partners, a school board, superintendent, teachers, support staff. We're all working together towards a common goal, and that's to offer the best opportunities and experiences to our students. And now we have been recognized for that. So it should make everyone in CTE proud that the effort put in is 100% and been reflected in the results.
And I know that it makes all of us very proud to see that you set a goal, you worked hard, and you are seeing that hard work pay off with the recognition from the state with what we're doing in career and technical education. Okay, if you had an opportunity to talk to all of the parents in Gaston County or all the community leaders, everybody in Gaston County about career and technical education, what is one message that you would like for them to know?
Investigate the opportunities that we have to offer. If you have a child in middle school or high school, just investigate what's out there available at their school. To talk with your child about what are you interested in? Have you thought about a career, and see how we can assist with that. On the business community side, how can we partner with you, which we do already with a lot of businesses, in exposing what you do to our students as a potential career opportunity. So just take advantage of what we have offered, how we can work together, and it is a continual positive cycle of enhancing our community.
And we certainly want the community to know and to realize what is offered in Gaston County schools, and in your case, what is offered through career and technical education, because it's a very successful program and it really prepares students for life after graduation. So check us out when it comes to career and technical education. Brett Buchanan, who is our Director of Career and Technical Education, congratulations on the success. We know that there will be more to come in career and technical education, and we certainly appreciate you being with us here today on GCS Today.
Thank you very much, Todd. I appreciate being here.
You're watching GCS Today here on Channel 21. Stay with us. Our focus on career and technical education continues when we come back.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look, joining me on GCS Today is Dr. Bryan Denton. He is the principal at Hunter Huss High School. Dr. Denton, thank you so much for being with us.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
Let's begin with talking about the Career Academy at Hunter Huss High School. How has the Career Academy transformed your school?
I think one of the ways the Career Academy has truly transformed Hunter Huss is by allowing us to shine a real spotlight on the successes that occur here at our school. With a focus on career readiness and preparation, we are able to have our students more focused and our faculty more focused on that post-graduation experience that our students will have. It has enabled our teachers to engage in much cross-curricular planning so that all subjects are focused in a way to look at how will this impact a student in their career choice. And I think one of the latest highlights has been that our school is the second ranked school in the entire state to have career certifications and credentials. And I think that is just truly the payoff after several years of our Career Academy being in existence.
It certainly is a major point of pride for Hunter Huss to be ranked number 2 in the state for the number of credentials earned by students. So with your various programs, with the credentialing, with the hands-on experience, the knowledge that students gain, I guess all of these things factor into why the Career Academy is so important.
Absolutely. I think it has given our school a focus, and it provides our students, as you just said, those hands-on experiences. We don't just have students sitting in classrooms learning about careers and jobs. They are actually performing the task hands-on. In our fire academy, we could learn about how you become a fireman and how they break down doors by watching a video, but ours actually do it. And in our foods and nutrition classes, it's not just learning about recipes and how you do it, it's actually then producing it and distributing it. So I think that is really part of what makes it important. A lot of our students go straight into the workforce after graduation. And so this gives them a true advantage over people who are just graduating with a general high school diploma, because they have that career-related experience. Most of them will have at least one credential that can give them an advantage in seeking employment. It can improve their compensation once they're employed. And I think they are able to immediately put the practical use of the high school education into their real life, if you will, once they're an adult and after they have graduated.
And when a student goes into the workforce and a student has a credential or several credentials, that really puts that student ahead of other people who may have applied for that job.
Absolutely. Some of those are truly looked at by employers, and based on certain occupations, your rate of pay can be higher based on what you've earned in terms of credentials. Comparing candidates for application, people who have applied for employment, certainly most employers are going to favor someone who has been industry certified in a field versus someone who's coming in at the true entry level. And I think one of the things that our school offers are some unique opportunities. I mentioned firefighting. We have an extensive EMT program, things like that are unique in our school district and really across the state, that we provide a pipeline for those industries that just wouldn't be there otherwise.
And I know that the state has a number of career pathways. I believe it's around 16 of those. And Hunter Huss has almost all of them, if not all of those pathways available to students.
That's correct. We have 14 of the 16, and of the 2 that we don't have, there are actually not currently curriculum available in the state of North Carolina to offer those.
So I think it's important to point out that the Career Academy really prepares students beyond high school for those jobs. And it's not just about jobs. It also prepares students who want to go on to college, whether they may go to Gaston College or a four-year university or some other type of training program. It really gives them an advantage going into the workforce and to post-secondary education once they receive that high school diploma.
That's absolutely correct. And we try to make clear we are not a vocational program. We are not a school only for people who want to go into certain trades or industries. Everyone will have a career. You can have a career immediately after graduating from high school. You can have a career after pursuing a collegiate education. And we prepare students for that gamut of those. And I think that's another piece that while most of our focus in the Career Academy is certainly on career and technical education, we still offer the full course of study that a comprehensive high school has, and have plenty of students who go into careers that may not be related to a CTE course. And that is why that cross-curricular planning among our teachers and that career focus on all courses, I think, is so important and to some degree unique here at Hunter Huss.
And I do want to mention that the Career Academy at Hunter Huss, that program is one of our school choice academy programs. And your school receives students who are part of the Career Academy programs at Southwest and at Yorkchester. And of course, students all across the county can apply to be a part of the Career Academy at Hunter Huss, but not just at Hunter Huss, at the middle school level at Southwest and at Yorkchester. So let's focus on the students and the teachers and the parents. What are they saying about the Career Academy?
It has been very well received. I think one of the real reactions among parents and students is just some amazement at the variety of options that we have. As we have entertained 8th grade students as they come to high school, as we have participated in the choice fairs over the past few years, and when we are able to talk about having a true fire academy, when we talk about our students graduating with CNA certifications from our health science program, a lot of folks are just surprised to hear how extensive the career and technical education offerings are in any school, but especially at our school. And so I think there's that. I think it's that truly seeing that school can have real usefulness. And certainly as an educator, I know that it does all the time. But sometimes for students, just seeing that real connection to the real world and a job and the future as they're getting into high school, and that has more meaning than maybe it did when they were younger. I think that's been another just eye opener that, oh yes, I see how now English and math and these career and technical education courses are going to truly lead me down the path I'll follow as an adult. For our teachers, I think it's been just an amazing transformation. The academy has been in existence for a few years now, but as we have added on faculty and expanded the program offerings, they have been able to take some pride in what they're doing. Certainly that ranking with our credentials is something that they all take a lot of pride in, because that is the result of these teachers and their students and that hard work. I think seeing that we now are at a point where we have graduates who are able to come back, who are in the career fields, to talk to us about their successes. And that's been very satisfying for our faculty.
As the principal of Hunter Huss High School, what is your hope or what is your vision for the Career Academy?
I certainly want us to continue to be a leader in career preparation in our county. We take pride in trying to work with our businesses and the community to see what needs they have and to try to meet those needs. We have lots of students involved in apprenticeships, internships, and that's usually a direct reflection of what the business and industry in Gaston County needs. So I want to continue to grow us in that regard, to help connect with local businesses and local industries. We certainly want to continue to lead in the state with career certifications and credentials. We have had a lot of those coming along, and our ranking has continued to rise, and we want that to continue as well. I definitely want to see us continue to expand the offerings as we have looked at what we have in place. We have begun to explore what are some other areas, and we have been in some communication looking to expand into things like HVAC, plumbing, electrical trades. So we want to also add in some programs, hopefully, over the next several years that are responsive to business needs, but also to student interest. And we definitely want to continue, as we are now part of the district-wide choice programs, to have students from across Gaston County know about us and come to Hunter Huss High School. This year has been the first year or second year when we've had students who could have applied from any attendance zone. We want to see that continue to grow. We are a hidden gem to some degree, and we want to make sure that we don't stay hidden any longer.
Well, Dr. Denton, we are going to shift our conversation about the Career Academy and talk now with one of your teachers who is part of the Career and Technical Education program at Hunter Huss High School.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
We are continuing our focus on career and technical education and the Career Academy at Hunter Huss High School. And joining me is Sarah Chase. She is an allied health teacher at Hunter Huss. Sarah, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, let's begin by you telling us about your program and the classes that you teach in the Career Academy at Hunter Huss High School.
Okay, I teach Health Science 1, Health Science 2, and Nursing Fundamentals here at Hunter Huss. I think the health science pathway is very important for students, especially now given our current pandemic situation that we're in. And I think it's becoming very relevant to students to understand how important a career in the healthcare field is.
You also teach the CNA, that's the Certified Nursing Assistant courses there at Hunter Huss. And I know that that is a very popular program.
Yes, it is. So Nursing Fundamentals is for students who want to go into the nursing field, or really any area where they provide direct hands-on care for patients. And this does give students an opportunity to take their CNA certification exam. But in order to do that, they have to successfully pass and complete 40 hours of clinical in a long-term care facility, as well as take a written exam. It is very popular, and one of the reasons that we're only allowed to accept 10 students into that program, and that is a law or rule from the North Carolina Board of Nursing, and that's just to protect the patients, to make sure that, as one nurse, I can watch 10 students safely. Any more than that would be difficult.
What do your students love about the healthcare field? Why are they interested? Why do they think healthcare is the right career option for them?
I think that, first of all, it's very relevant to their lives. I mean, we all know of someone or have some type of family member who has experienced some type of healthcare issue or health problem. And if they can learn a little bit more about their bodies and what happens to people who are experiencing those issues, I think it just brings relevancy to their life. I also think they're very curious about their bodies and how they work. And I find that once they get into my class, they think, oh, I thought this was just for the nursing class. And while that is one important class in our program, the health science pathway can really open their eyes to many opportunities in healthcare.
What do you enjoy most about a teacher? And I want to ask you that question to let everyone know that you are homegrown in Gaston County Schools. You graduated from Cherryville High School. You went to Lenore Ryan University, but you did not major in education.
No.
Tell us a little bit about that, and then let's talk about how you extend your love for the healthcare field to your students.
Okay. Well, as a child, I used to want to be a teacher. And then in high school, I took anatomy and physiology, and we dissected a pig, and I thought that was the coolest thing. You know, getting to have that experience holding organs and learning about the body, and I just fell in love with that subject. And my mom at the time was in healthcare. She was not a nurse, and she just kept telling me I would be a good nurse. And I thought, well, after taking anatomy, you know, I'll give it a shot. And I truly do love nursing. It is a passion of mine, but I also wanted to be able to educate others. And just another tidbit about me. I lived in Japan for a year, and I was volunteering with the American Red Cross, and they wanted me to speak to school-age children in the schools there on the Navy base. And so once I was in the classroom sharing my knowledge about the human body and healthcare, that's when I realized that I needed to shift my nursing career into something that could educate others. And there just happened to be an opening here at Hunter Huss, and everything worked out well.
Well, we certainly are glad to have you back in Gaston County Schools with us there at Hunter Huss High School. So your passion for teaching, your passion for the healthcare field, when your students enter your classroom, they complete the course and they leave your classroom, what is the one thing that you hope they take with them?
I hope that they look back, or they take with them that they definitely learned something. I try every day to teach them something, whether we're going to be doing hands-on CPR skills, or if we're going to be practicing mock interviews on how to get that job. I just want them to know that every day that they come into my class, they're going to learn something. And I think that they're doing that, especially when they're getting ready for these certification tests that are very important to their career.
And we have mentioned that the Career Academy takes pride in preparing students for the workforce, for life after graduation, for college after graduation. So with that in mind, and thinking about careers, what advice do you give to your students when they're thinking about a career in the healthcare field?
I would just tell them to go for it. I mean, I know it can be very scary and intimidating. Some students may think that it's too hard because you have to be good at science, but I think that once they give it a try, they'll find that they truly enjoy it. And if it's something you enjoy doing, then it can't be too difficult. And the possibilities in healthcare are absolutely endless. There's so many things that you can do. There will always be a need for good healthcare workers. And I think that that's important for students to understand. There will be job security, and the compensation's not too bad.
Well, we certainly appreciate everything that you're doing for students in your classroom, as well as other students who are part of the Career Academy at Hunter Huss High School. It really is a successful program, and we are so proud of what all of the teachers are doing to influence students and to help them think about the future and to be prepared for the future.
Thank you.
Sarah Chase, she is an allied health sciences teacher at Hunter Huss High School. Thank you so much for joining us today here on GCS Today.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching GCS Today here on Channel 21. Before we go, we would like to remind everyone that Gaston County Schools has 21 dynamic school choice and magnet school programs for students. Our school choice programs are centered around 6 academy concepts, and they focus on careers, college prep, health sciences, leadership, public service, technology, engineering, and other areas. Be sure to visit our website to learn more about the school choice options that are available in Gaston County Schools. For GCS Today, I'm Todd Hagans. We look forward to seeing you next time.